Hey guys, this is ZorisX, and I'm posting a YouTube video on Assassin's Creed Brotherhood and the abilities, and I just want to explain what each ability does. It wasn't really clear to me, and some of them still aren't, but I hope to give you the best perspective and maybe some hints or tips on the different abilities that are used to you, and maybe you can mix and match some of your own. So right off the bat, you get Disguise, and Disguise is a very powerful and very fair skill to use. I feel that it's it allows you to break into the multiplayer, and being level 1 is a very difficult thing to do, but having such a good ability as Disguise, I think this sort of helps balance out level 1s compared to the level 50s. Although the perks would say otherwise. So basically, Disguise is you can change your persona into another persona for a fixed duration, 15 seconds, and during this time you can either hide from your opponent, you can escape from a chase, or you can attack an opponent who may not really be expecting a disguised offense. So let's say you're pursuing an opponent and you're one of the knights. You can disguise as one of the Captain Hook guys and take him down, but even though he's looking for a knight. So it's a pretty cool thing. It's really good in Manhunt. Actually, it's very effective in Manhunt since the enemy knows what persona you are. Sprint Boost is an interesting one. It's really effective in chasing and running away, though I don't really see a point. This whole game is to be like low-key, and if you're sprinting around the map, you're gonna die. But I'm sure it could have some use. 5 seconds isn't really a just cause for a boost, but for a cooldown of a minute. I wouldn't use this, but that's just my gameplay. There's a lot of wall jumpers and roof jumpers around here and sprinters, and to me that just gets it killed. Smoke Bomb is arguably the best ability here. It's a very early taken on skill, and it's very aggressive and passive in the sense that if someone is trying to pursue you, you can just stand literally in the middle of nowhere with no one around you. If someone comes within a certain proximity, you can Smoke Bomb, and this will cause them to cough and whatever, and then you can stun them and then get away. Or if you're being chased, you can Smoke Bomb. If they run into the smoke, you can still run away and escape. There's tons of things. Even if you're offensive, if someone's morphed in a crowd, or someone's blended and you can't separate the two people, you can just drop a Smoke Bomb, and then there you go. You will be able to distinguish with certain movements the enemy. The duration of the stun is 3 seconds, so you better be quick. Hidden Gun is a very exotic ability, I feel. I think that if you have a lot of roof jumpers, this would be a good skill, or it would come in handy during that time. Though a 90-second cooldown is pretty gruesome. Oh, you can also get a bonus with Hidden Gun if you shoot someone while they're leaping in the air. Firecrackers is used to distinguish your target. If they're in a crowd, and basically you throw firecrackers down, the crowd will scream and run away, and it'll show off your enemy. It's also good against pursuers because you can throw it down and they will be temporarily blinded. This is what I use. I think that this is one of the best moves in the game if you know how to use it right. I play a very defensive role, so Morph is very key to me in psyching out my opponents, and basically you can turn a crowd into the same persona as yourself, thus making it that much harder for your opponent to discover you. Throwing knives is a different one. I feel that I should be using this more. in one of my other loadouts, but if someone's climbing a wall, you can throw a knife at them and they'll fall down. And if you slowly approach them, you can actually get the stealth kill still. So that would be very good. Aside from that, your guy will be limping, and it's very, very hard to escape someone who threw a knife at your leg and you're limping, because they usually know exactly where you are. Templar Vision is a very good ability, depending on the playstyles of the other people in the server. If you have a lot of morphers, a lot of disguised people, just pop this, and you'll be able to distinguish your enemies in red, the other Templars in yellow, and your teammates in blue. Charge is a very offensive or very defensive move, and it can literally stun your opponent, or it can kill your opponent, or it can stun your pursuers. And with the amount of use that this ability has, the cooldown has actually been increased to 1.5 minutes, and to me that makes it pretty much mute. I wouldn't use this. 1.5 minutes is way too long. I'm just impatient. I like using my abilities. Decoy is, to me, one of the most powerful abilities you'll ever get. The cooldown is 45 seconds, and the effects is amazing. You basically turn someone, you turn a different persona into your own persona, and then they'll run away, psyching out your opponent. Or if you target someone who is the same persona as you, they'll just run away. And that is this works 90% of the time. Mute is a very interesting one, as it disallows any aggressive actions upon your character for 1.5 seconds. And basically it's a free stun, it's a free escape, it's a free whatever you want to call it. This is really good at Manhunt, though the cooldown again is 90 seconds. And if you have death streaks, or if you have perks that reduce the cooldown, maybe it might be worth it, but I feel like you can get more effective, more bonus points off of less cooldown abilities. Although, when we come to Poison, Poison is a very rewarding ability. I believe one of the additional unlocks, slow acting Poison, actually increases the amount of points you get from 200 to, I believe, 300. Now, if you combine that with Incognito and a bunch of other bonus rewards, you can get like 600 points, 700 off a kill, and actually probably even like 900 or 1,000. But the only problem with this skill is the delay, which you see right here, 5 seconds before the effect actually kicks in and the player dies. So that means 5 seconds where the other pursuers of that target that you just poisoned could kill your poison target, which only grants you 50 points then. So it's a hit or miss, but it's a very effective move, and it's caught me off guard tons of times. Here are the perks. Auto bash is basically, if you're being chased and you're going through a crowd, this will allow you to bump through a few more people before your character falls down to the ground, and your opponent gets to catch up to you and such. Wall runner is a very, I know it says slightly, but to me it's actually moderately higher up a wall when starting a climb. I notice it very much when I put it on, and it's a good perk. Reduce the time you're stunned. Pretty much if I'm stunned, I'm done, so I'm not really that anxious to get back into the action. If I'm stunned, I'll just wait. The duration isn't that bad anyways. And actually, to be frank, when people stun you, other people, like your character's on the ground, other people think that you're the personas around them, not the person on the ground. So it's pretty neat. Fast getaway reduces the amount of time, I know it doesn't say there, reduces the amount of time that your opponent has to catch you. So when you're getting chased, you'll see a little bar on the top right, and then, or top left, and it'll slowly go down if your pursuer can't see you. This reduces the time and allows you to escape more easily. Chase Expert allows you to run faster than your opponent that you're chasing. And I can see how this could be very useful, and I can see how this could be very useful defensively as well if you're being chased by your pursuer. So maybe it's a good one. I'm not sure. I'll give it a try. I'm only level 30. Overall cooldowns, godly. I would definitely get it no matter what. Silent Hunt reduces your stealth decay. So if you want to remain incognito and get the higher kills, you can definitely do that. Blender is another one, where if you try to blend inside a group and the persona isn't already inside that group that you're trying to blend into, it'll change that person into the same persona as yourself. This is a good way to psych out your opponents and make it seem like you're disguising or something like that. Kill streaks. So basically you have 100, 300, 250, 750. I believe these are both the 5s. But every 3 kills in a row, you get 100 points. Easy as that. 3 silent kill streak is my favorite. Get an additional score of 300 points for your streak. So any silent or higher, like silent or incognito skills, 3 in a row, and you get 300 points, and it's very rewarding, and it pretty much makes or break your game. 5 kill streak, 250. I wouldn't get this. I'm not that lucky, though I have survived around without dying. I would never place that much risk for 250 points. 300 or 100 is good enough for me. Now I believe this is 5 silent kills. Yes, it is. It's 5 silent kills in a row, silent or incognito. And to me, that's again way too risky. 3 is fine. 3 is good enough. 750, you're just pushing it. Alright. So basically, I use morph and decoy, and what I'll do is I'll morph into a crowd, or morph a crowd into me, and I'll log on to someone and of the same persona, and I'll cue the disguised decoy when my pursuer is near, and 90% of the time they'll run after them and they'll stab them. It's really funny, and it's, to me, psyching out the opponent is all about this game. Alright, so pretty much that's it for now. I'm going to be posting gameplay soon of my tactics, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. Thank you very much. Have a good day.